Right now, something huge just happened on YouTube, and most creators still haven't realized it yet because while some people are grinding for years trying to grow their channels, there are brand new channels showing up making more views, more money, and more subscribers in just a few weeks. And the crazy part is they are not working harder. They simply discovered a structure that the YouTube algorithm keeps pushing again and again. So real quick, let me show you an example. There's a channel called Psychology Simplified, and they literally started about 2 months ago, around November, and already crossed over 200,000 subscribers with less than 50 videos. And they are pulling in over 1 million views every single week. Now, here's the interesting part. They're not showing their face. They are not using crazy editing, and they are not doing anything overly complicated. What they did instead is find a simple, repeatable video structure, and they keep repeating it over and over again. And if you have ever spent hours improving your editing, upgrading your visuals, or trying to make your videos look more professional, only to see your views go down, then trust me, this is exactly why. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact system this channel uses, the same formula they follow for every upload, and how you can literally clone the process and start seeing results in the next 48 hours. So stick around until the end because if you skip the explanation part at the beginning, you'll build the wrong type of video and waste weeks wondering why your content is not getting traction. So first, you need to understand why this works. Because the success of this channel is not about the topic. Psychology content has existed on YouTube for years. What actually makes these videos explode is the way they frame human behavior. Every video focuses on a behavior people recognize in themselves and then connects it with a psychological explanation that makes the viewer feel understood. And that combination is extremely powerful because the content feels personal, but it never becomes controversial. And that is exactly why viewers keep clicking. So now let's break down the process step by step, starting with the first stage, which is channel setup. And honestly, this is where most creators already mess things up before they even upload their first video. People spend days worrying about logos, colors, and branding, trying to make everything look perfect. But for this format, none of that actually matters. The real goal here is to eliminate as many decisions as possible so that every video you upload takes less effort than the previous one. So step 1 is choosing a channel name, and the fastest way to do this is using the channel name prompt from the prompting doc linked in the description. Then head over to ChatGPT, paste a prompt, and generate a list of potential channel names. Once the list appears, simply choose the one you like the most. For example, the name I decided to go with here is Mental Models Explained, which fits perfectly with this niche and immediately tells viewers what the content is about. Next, we need a profile picture and channel banner, and there are 2 ways you can approach this. You can manually design something unique, or you can keep it extremely simple and match the minimalist style used by the competitor. And honestly, I recommend doing the second option, because in this format, visual familiarity actually performs better than creativity. When viewers see something visually familiar, it reduces their mental effort and makes them feel more comfortable clicking the video. So once you generate your profile picture and banner prompts, simply head over to Whisk, generate both images, and you're done. Keep it simple, don't overthink it, because again, this is not about building a fancy brand. It's about creating a system that removes unnecessary decisions so you can focus on uploading videos consistently. Now, once your branding is done, your channel is basically ready, and we can move on to building the actual video, starting with idea generation, which is honestly one of the easiest parts of this entire system. What you want to do is go back to the prompting doc, grab the video idea prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, and specify how many ideas you want generated. But before you press generate, there's one extremely important step you need to complete first. Open your competitor's channel, find 10 of their best performing video titles, and paste those titles into ChatGPT along with the prompt. This allows the AI to analyze patterns that already work and generate ideas based on proven performance. And once you generate the list, you'll usually find some incredibly strong topics. For example, one of the ideas generated for me was the psychology of people who cancel plans at the last minute. And that right there is a perfect topic because it's relatable. It lightly calls out a behavior many people recognize in themselves. And topics like that almost always generate higher click-through rates compared to purely educational videos. Now, before we start writing the script, we need to determine the thumbnail concept. because the first 30 seconds of the script should deliver exactly what the thumbnail and title promise. So head over to your competitor's channel, scroll through their videos, and find a thumbnail concept that closely matches your new video idea. Once you find one, save it, because we'll use it later when we finalize our packaging, which is, by the way, the most important part of this entire strategy, so don't skip that section later. Now let's move on to script writing, which is where we transform the idea into a complete video. The tool I'm using for this step is Claude Opus version 4.5, which currently produces some of the best long-form scripts for this style of content. What you want to do is return to the prompting dock, grab the scripting prompt, paste it into Claude, and then insert your video idea along with any relevant details about your topic and generate the script. The reason this works so well is because the prompt already contains the delivery style, structure, and pacing that performs well in this niche. So again, this is not about copying another channel, it's about understanding why their format works and applying the same structural logic to your own content. Now, once the script is ready, we move into image generation. And this part is absolutely critical because if the visual style is wrong, the entire video will feel inconsistent. The Psychology Simplified style is very recognizable. It uses minimalist, hand-drawn sketch-style visuals, and we're going to replicate that using a script-to-image prompt inside the Google Doc. Simply paste your script along with the script-to-image prompt into ChatGPT and also include the same style description that was used for your profile picture and banner. This ensures the visuals stay consistent across the entire channel. Once ChatGPT generates the individual image prompts, head over to Whisk, use the Nano Banana model, paste the first prompt, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and generate the image. When the image appears, you'll notice it closely resembles the same minimalist sketch style that the competitor uses, and you simply repeat this process for each scene in your script. Next, we need to generate the voiceover, which will bring the entire video to life. The tool I personally use is 11 Labs, but you can use any voice generator you prefer. The specific voice I'm using is Nox Dark 2 because it has a mature, friendly tone that fits perfectly with this niche. And this part is extremely important. Avoid robotic, philosophical-sounding voices because they instantly destroy the emotional connection viewers need to feel like they are being spoken to by a real person. So once you choose your voice, make sure the model is set to 11v3 alpha, which adds more emotional depth to the voice. Then paste in your script, adjust the formatting, and generate the narration. Now that we have the visuals and voiceover ready, it's time to assemble the video, which is actually much easier than most people expect. Open CapCut or any editing software you prefer. Import your voiceover and visual scenes into the timeline, and if your narration sounds slightly slow, simply increase the speed to about 1.1 times. Then align each scene with the correct portion of the voiceover so that the visuals match what is being explained. Now, the editing itself follows three simple principles: motion, continuity, and pacing. Motion is created using keyframes throughout the scenes. For shorter clips, I usually combine them into compound clips so the motion effect can apply across multiple scenes. To create a compound clip, simply highlight the scenes, right-click, and choose Create Compound Clip. Then add motion by selecting the scene, clicking the diamond icon to add a keyframe, adjusting the aspect ratio, moving to the end of the scene, adjusting the ratio again, and then right-clicking the keyframe and choosing Ease In or Ease Out to make the movement smoother. Continuity is achieved through transitions. I typically use a mix of fade in, fade out, and slide left transitions to keep the visuals flowing smoothly. And finally, we add captions, which you can automatically generate by going to Text, Captions, Auto-Generate inside CapCut. Then adjust the style and placement of the captions. If you want to take it one step further, you can also add calm background music from the YouTube audio library. For example, the track Moonlight Sonata works really well in this niche. Just make sure to lower the volume so the voiceover remains clear.
You said yes, you meant it, but when the day arrived, your body felt heavier than usual. Like something inside you had quietly filled up overnight. So you sent the apology, put the phone down, sat back on the couch, and felt two things at once: relief and guilt following close behind like a shadow. And something about that moment no one talks about. It wasn't laziness, it wasn't indifference, it was your nervous system reaching its limit and doing the only thing it knows how to do: protect you. Your emotional capacity is like a container.